MLB teams started a new series on Monday, and we nearly had our first no-hitter of the season. Martin Perez, of all people, exited the game after 6 innings. Unfortunately, the White Sox bullpen blew the chance of a combined no-hitter as Chicago shut out the Twins, who have struggled to hit the ground running this year. The Orioles had their home debut this year, and all those Baltimoreans, or whatever you call them, are going to be expecting a lot out of their team this season. Some scoring in the first from Baltimore and another victory for the Birds. What people were talking about after the game was another 3 strikeouts for Rafael Devers, leaving him with 13 through Monday after only 5 games. Kids, just turn off the TV when he comes up to the plate. We had a singer and a rocker go toe-to-toe in Cincinnati. Which would you rather be? Let me know in the comments. I guess the baseball gods would rather be a singer, as Kumar Rocker gave up 6 in this one. The newest torpedo bat customer, Ellie De La Cruz, seemed to like his new lumber and drove in 7 out of the Reds' 14 runs on the day. Haven't talked about the Angels very much, as they've quietly started 3-1 in 2025. Kyron Pears tied it late in the game, and Noah Shanuel's fielder's choice put them ahead in the 10th. It was the first game in Sacramento for the A's, and it went exactly how you would expect it to go. With tens and tens of fans, they were embarrassed by the Cubbies 18-3. Maybe they got nervous with those 60 people in attendance. Finally, we have a good fight for the NL West shaping up, with San Diego and LA both remaining undefeated. Time will tell if this will be the year for the Padres to win the division and get knocked out early in the playoffs, or just get knocked out early in the playoffs. On Tuesday, the show was stolen by the beast who goes by Nathan Eovaldi, shoving the first CG shutout of 2025 while only giving up 4 hits and not walking a single red. It wasn't like the game was a blowout and Boch left him in as a courtesy. This game finished 1-0 and Eovaldi said, "You know what, I'll do it myself." With Jacob deGrom, Jack Leiter, and Kumar Rocker, this team could have a sneaky but not sneaky best rotation in all of baseball. Another good pitching matchup in Miami between 2023 Cy Young winner Sandy Alcantara and the ghost Kodai Senga making his season debut. Kodai gives up a 2-run bomb in the first, and the Mets come back to tie it in the third. The last runs of the game came in the 4th inning with Graham Pauley's 2-run double. Can't say I knew this guy even existed, but hey, good for him. The Yankees' time on top of the world was ended by the D-backs, who go into New York and slug their way to a victory. It is a snake year, so the league should be on notice with a Corbin Burns, Zach Gallen, 2-headed monster coming at you if they make the postseason. The Twins got their first win of the season over the White Sox, who now appear to be reverting back to last year's habits. No one is really talking about Minnesota so far this year, and I don't know why I am, so let's get to the next game. Michael King bounced back in a big way against Cleveland, striking out a whopping 11 in only 5 innings pitched. Starting a historic 6-0, we might as well toss up the NL West to the Padres now. That is only if we're in some other reality where the Dodgers don't exist. No World Series hangover for this sober team, as they've coasted to a 7-0 start. We had a feel-good story in this one with Dustin May pitching in his first game in 685 days. He fared quite well and gave the boys in blue 5 shutout innings. The Braves are still dead in the water, and not even Chris Sale could wake them up in this one. With all those contract extensions, Atlanta has no incentive to start winning, and they're only thinking about their steak dinner after the game. On this day, the Rangers beat the Reds by a score of 1-0. Deja vu? That's because we had the same low score on Tuesday. Can't imagine that has happened very often. This time it was young stud Jack Leiter who gave Texas 5 strong innings and had to exit only because of a blister. Like I said earlier, if Jack can pitch to his potential, look out for the Rangers to make another World Series run. Another young phenom was on the mound, being Paul Skeens at Steinbrenner's Garden in Tampa, picking right up where he left off last year. He gives up no walks, no runs, and picks up the win against the Yankees AAA team. Ace is wild on Wednesday with Luis Castillo and Tarek Skubal squaring off. A pair of mistakes from Skubal proved to be the difference, as the big lefty seems to be hungover from his Cy Young party a few months ago. Nothing else to report about the Mariners. We'll see, Would you believe the Giants would start the year 5-1? I wouldn't have, and they took down Framber Valdez like it was nothing. Among the carnage was a 2-run homer from Wilmer Flores. I know I'm way ahead of myself here, but the crybaby has been mashing so far and is available in most fantasy leagues. This all unfolds while the Astros lineup just can't find a spark plug for their used car. Just after the man gets his bag, Garrett Crochet makes a fool out of Baltimore, going 8 and punching out 8, while another new Red Sox millionaire, Christian Campbell, continues to take the league by the horns. I've got to end with the Padres and Dodgers until they decide to lose. Dodgers continue to say anything you can do, I can do better, as they've been one-upping the Padres this whole time by winning 8 straight to start the year over the Padres' 7. Still impressive, but San Diego's big brother still has them in a tight headlock. What's not impressive is the Braves losing 7 straight in 7 games, but we don't have time to talk about failures. Only 5 games on Thursday with 20 teams getting the day off. Let's start with the Rockies and the Phillies. This game was scoreless until Bryce Harper hit this RBI double in the 5th. And another Schwarber was all Philly needed to take care of Colorado behind a good outing from Taijuan Walker. 2 struggling teams, the Astros and Twins, faced off against each other, and free agent signee Christian Walker finally hit his first homer for Houston. A Brendan Rodgers 2-run single propelled them to a win. Yanks and D-backs wrapped up their series in New York. It seemed like the Bronx Bombers were going to run away with this one after Judge and Chisholm go deep again, but ended up avoiding a scare after a grand slam from Geraldo Perdomo. By now you must be tired of me saying the Reds lose 1-0, but this happened for the 3rd straight day, marking the first time such a development had occurred since 1960. Yours truly, Nestor Cortez, actually did well while going 6 scoreless. Sal Frelick's RBI single was the only run of the game, and Cincinnati might as well go up there with a tennis racket at this point. Now recapping the O's and Sox quickly, Alex Bregman cracked his first homer out for Boston, and the young alien Christian Campbell continues to play Little League against the best in the world, using this home run to reach base safely in all of his career games so far. Boston and Baltimore both have a record of 3-4, and the AL East is shaping up to be an interesting race once again. So what were your favorite moments from the first part of our first full week of the season? Let me know down in the comments. These videos do take a lot of time to produce from start to finish, and I would appreciate it if you took a moment of your time to just tap that subscribe button.
All you gotta do is just tap it in. Just tap it in.
I'll be back here on Monday, but you can stay up to date with shorts coming out all the time. See ya.
To purchase any of the products on screen, use the links in the description.